You know what I'm saying? It's that situation when you got, we are living in a war zone.
Suspects or motive in the murder of rapper and actor Tupac Shakur after being gunned down in a drive-by following the Mike Tyson-Bruce Seldon boxing match September 7th.
Two hip-hop legends, two brutal murders, and one man who walked away untouchable. Tupac Shakur shot in a drive-by in Las Vegas. 6 months later, the notorious B.I.G. gunned down in Los Angeles. Two eerily similar executions, both unsolved. But what if the real story isn't about East Coast versus West Coast? What if these were planned hits, not just rap beef, but a deadly game of power, money, and betrayal? At the center of it all, a young rising mogul, Sean Diddy Combs. The man who built an empire while his best friend was murdered. The man who some say knew the hit on Tupac was coming. And the man who allegedly put $1 million bounty on Tupac's life.
Looks right at you?
Yeah, he looked at me.
Okay. When he looks over at you, and then, Tupac's busy getting shot. Evidently, the story is Tupac's trying to either get out
in
of
the back seat or something.
Trying to get him to the hospital didn't make me realize that I was shot.
LAPD officers tied to death row. A gang war orchestrated from behind the scenes. A bodyguard who says Diddy knew Biggie was marked for death, but did nothing to stop it. What if everything we thought we knew about these murders was a lie? To understand how it all went down, we have to go back to the night that changed everything. New York City, 1994, the night Tupac was set up. On November 30th, 1994, Tupac Shakur received a call inviting him to record a verse for a track at Quad Recording Studios in Manhattan, a studio frequently used by Bad Boy Records artists. As Tupac entered the lobby, he was ambushed by masked gunmen. 5 shots rang out, leaving him bleeding on the floor. Upstairs, Sean Diddy Combs and Christopher Biggie Smalls Wallace were in the studio, unharmed and, according to them, unaware of the violence unfolding below. Tupac miraculously survived the attack but was convinced it was a setup. Before the shooting, Tupac and Biggie shared a close friendship, often seen together and collaborating on various projects. However, the events of November 30th, 1994 created a rift between the two artists. Tupac felt betrayed, believing that Biggie, Diddy, and others associated with Bad Boy Records had set him up. This ignited a feud that would escalate into one of the most infamous rivalries in music history.
First off, yo, in the click you claim, West Side when we ride, come equipped with game.
Hard to creep them Brooklyn streets. It's on, nigga. Fuck all that bickering beef.
This incident marked a turning point. Trust was shattered. Alliances were questioned. Tupac Shakur aligned himself with Death Row Records, led by the formidable Suge Knight. This alliance intensified the burgeoning East Coast-West Coast rivalry.
Artists in the music business ever made.
Believe in Death Row East. Believe in that, for real. That's it right there.
Tupac publicly accused Diddy and Biggie of orchestrating the attack, a claim they vehemently denied. The tension spilled into their music. In response to Tupac's allegations, Bad Boy Records released Who Shot Ya, a track that many interpreted as a taunt directed at Tupac. Although Biggie denied that the song was about Tupac, the timing of its release further strained their relationship. Biggie insisted it was recorded before the shooting. Tupac retaliated with Hit 'Em Up, a scathing diss track targeting Biggie, Diddy, and the entire Bad Boy label. The song was a declaration of war, escalating the feud to dangerous heights. Suge Knight seized the moment to challenge Bad Boy Records.
Any artist out there want to be an artist and want to stay a star, all on a record, dancing, come to Death Row.
Amidst the chaos, Diddy's influence in the industry grew. He navigated the turbulent waters, expanding his empire while the feud between the coasts intensified. On September 7, 1996, the world of hip-hop was shaken to its core when a night in Las Vegas took a devastating turn, leading to the tragic loss of rap icon Tupac Shakur. His untimely death sent shockwaves through the industry, fueling long-standing tensions in the rap game and leaving fans reeling from the loss of one of the most influential artists of their generation. On that day, Tupac Shakur, accompanied by Marion Suge Knight, the CEO of Death Row Records, attended the highly anticipated boxing match between Mike Tyson and Bruce Seldon at the MGM Grand Hotel. The fight was brief, with Tyson securing a swift victory, setting a celebratory tone for the evening. As Tupac and his entourage made their way through the MGM Grand lobby post-fight, they crossed paths with Orlando Anderson, an alleged member of the Southside Crips gang. Earlier that year, Anderson had been implicated in the assault and robbery of a Death Row associate, Trayvon Lane, escalating existing tensions. Tupac confronted him, leading to a physical altercation. Following the altercation, Tupac returned to his hotel, the Luxor, to prepare for a performance at Club 662, a venue owned by Suge Knight. The plan was to celebrate Tyson's victory and continue the night's festivities. Tupac and Knight departed for the club in Knight's black BMW 750 IL sedan, accompanied by a convoy of associates and bodyguards. At approximately 11:15 p.m., while halted at a red light at the intersection of East Flamingo Road and Koval Lane, a white Cadillac sedan pulled up on the passenger side of Knight's vehicle. An occupant of the Cadillac rapidly fired multiple gunshots into the BMW. Tupac was struck 4 times, twice in the chest, once in the arm and once in the thigh. Knight sustained minor injuries from the bullet fragments. In the chaotic aftermath, Knight managed to drive away from the scene but was soon stopped by police and paramedics. Tupac was rushed to the University Medical Center of Southern Nevada. After 6 days of intensive medical care, Tupac Shakur succumbed to his injuries on September 13, 1996, at the age of 25. His death sent shockwaves through the music industry and left fans worldwide in mourning. The investigation into Tupac's murder was marred by challenges, including reluctant witnesses and widespread distrust of law enforcement within the community. Various theories emerged, implicating rival gangs, internal disputes with Death Row Records, and even suggesting involvement by law enforcement agencies. However, no arrests were made in the immediate aftermath, and the case remained unsolved for decades. In a significant turn of events, Dwayne "Kef" D. Davis, a reputed Southside Crips gang member and uncle of Orlando Anderson, publicly claimed to have been in the vehicle from which the shots were fired.
Gave you guys a Glock, and you guys tossed it in the back seat. And Bubble Up was the driver, and Baby Lane and Freaky were in the back seat.
We was just all in the car together. Just say that.
This was the white Cadillac.
Yeah.
In 2023, Las Vegas authorities executed a search warrant in connection with the ongoing investigation into Tupac's murder. Subsequently, in September 2023, Davis was arrested and charged with murder, accused of orchestrating the drive-by shooting that resulted in Tupac's death. In a series of interviews with law enforcement in 2008 and 2009, Davis claimed that Diddy solicited the murder of Tupac Shakur and Suge Knight, the CEO of Death Row Records. According to Davis, Diddy offered him $1 million to carry out the hit, a proposition that Davis and his associates allegedly accepted. Davis detailed that the motive behind Diddy's alleged solicitation was rooted in the intense East Coast-West Coast rap rivalry of the 1990s. Tensions between Bad Boy Records, led by Diddy, and Death Row Records, associated with Tupac and Knight, had escalated, culminating in public feuds and diss tracks. Davis asserted that Diddy sought to eliminate Tupac and Knight due to perceived threats to his safety and position in the industry. Sean Diddy Combs has consistently denied any involvement in Tupac Shakur's murder. Through his legal representatives, Diddy has dismissed Davis's allegations as baseless and categorically false. He maintains that he had no role in orchestrating or funding any criminal activities related to Tupac's death.
Now, it was this documentary that claimed, which we know wasn't true.
Yeah, check this out. We don't talk about things that are nonsense. We don't even entertain nonsense, my brother. So we're not even going to go there, with all due respect, but I appreciate you as a journalist asking. Thank you.
Court documents have revealed that Dwayne "Keefe" D. Davis implicated Sean Diddy Combs during previous interviews, alleging that Combs commissioned the hit on Tupac Shakur. As of recent updates, Davis's trial has been rescheduled to February 9, 2026, allowing the defense more time for investigation and witness interviews.
Amazingly, there are still witnesses who can lay out the crime. I mean, for example, at the grand jury, they had Suge Knight's bodyguard who was in Las Vegas at the time.
On March 8, 1997, just 6 months after Tupac Shakur's death, Christopher "The Notorious B.I.G." Wallace was in Los Angeles to promote his upcoming album, Life After Death. That evening, he attended a Vibe magazine after-party at the Peterson Automotive Museum. The event was shut down by the fire department due to overcrowding. After leaving the party, Wallace's vehicle stopped at a red light at the intersection of Wilshire Boulevard and South Fairfax Avenue. A dark-colored Chevrolet Impala SS pulled alongside, and the driver fired multiple shots into Wallace's SUV. Wallace was struck by 4 bullets and was pronounced dead at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center at 1:15 a.m. He was 24 years old. The murder sent shockwaves through the music industry. Speculation arose about possible connections between Biggie's death and the East Coast-West Coast feud. Some theories suggest that Biggie's murder was a retaliatory act for Tupac's death. Others point to alleged corruption within the Los Angeles Police Department and possible connections to Death Row Records. Over the years, numerous theories have emerged attempting to unravel the mysteries behind the murders of Tupac Shakur and the Notorious B.I.G. One of the most talked about theories surrounding Biggie's murder comes from Gene Deal, a former bodyguard for Diddy. In the documentary Diddy, The Making of a Bad Boy, Deal recalls Diddy's unusual behavior on the night of Biggie's death.
It ain't no kind of business Big was doing. Why the hell would you rent studio time in LA for him to finish your album when in fact you got your own studio at Daddy's house? Let's keep it a buck. Let's stop this man.
According to him, Diddy seemed anxious and insisted that Biggie attend a party that night, despite the fact that he had no security detail. This raised questions about whether Biggie was unknowingly walking into a dangerous situation. But Gene Deal isn't the only one who has made shocking allegations. Ron Smith, known as Uncle Ron, another former bodyguard for Diddy, made even more explosive claims. In a viral video, he stated that Diddy and Jay-Z conspired to have Biggie killed.
With a broken fibula bone, who can barely walk, to go to another studio. Diddy is pure evil. He has a very nasty disposition.
According to Uncle Ron, Biggie had plans to leave Bad Boy Records, and this supposedly put him in a dangerous position. However, what makes this claim even more chilling is that Uncle Ron mysteriously passed away just 24 hours after releasing his video. His sudden death only added more fuel to the ongoing speculation surrounding Biggie's murder. While these claims remain unproven, they continue to spark debate and deepen the mystery surrounding the tragic loss of the Notorious B.I.G. As for Sean Diddy Combs, the once celebrated hip-hop mogul and billionaire now faces a series of legal challenges that have significantly impacted his career and fortune. Recent allegations include sexual assault and threats, as detailed in a lawsuit where a male escort accused Combs of assault and making threats referencing Tupac Shakur's fate. These claims have contributed to a substantial decline in his net worth, with reports indicating a drop from $740 million in 2019 to $400 million as of June 2024. What do you think of Diddy's current situation? Would Tupac's case be reopened with these fresh allegations? Drop your comments and don't forget to like and subscribe for more entertaining videos like this.